My name is Kathy. I'd like to welcome you to your All Levels yoga class. For your class today, you're going to need a yoga mat, a blanket or a beach towel, and we use that to help lift our pelvis up a little bit higher than our knees. That needs to happen so that your spine can come straight out of your pelvis without being rounded or your pelvis tucked in. So the higher your pelvis sits up on something, the longer and straighter your spine can be. So go grab some cushions or some extra towels. The other thing you can do is use a chair if you choose. You can do the practice from the chair, but we are going to be using the chair later anyway for some of our standing postures, as well as our tabletop postures that are going to be modifications for people that don't like to have their hands or have wrists or shoulder issues and have the hands on the mat. So go grab the stuff that you need. I'll be here when you come back, okay? All right. So in order to transition from all the busyness of your day before coming here to your yoga mat or chair for your practice, we need to take some cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through an open mouth with a nice audible ha sound. And before we start the breath work, I want to make sure you're comfortable. All right, did you get those cushions and chairs so you're sitting up a little bit higher? You don't have to sit like this. You don't even have to sit like crisscross. You can take your feet, bring the soles of the feet together and support them with some additional cushions, or you can extend your legs out long. Anything that keeps you from rounding that back body, like I said earlier. So make sure you're comfy and make sure it's sustainable. All right. Roll the shoulders around a little bit, get yourself settled in, and get grounded and rooted with your sitting bones. Sitting bones are those hiney bones. Just shift side to side, see if you can feel them, and then find a place of steadiness so that you can really root down. And in yoga we say we root to rise. We root down so that we can lengthen up, reach our arms up overhead, growing tall, while at the same time feeling grounded and connected. All right, so you settled, comfy? All right, let's take those 3 cleansing breaths. Breathe in through the nose and out through an open mouth. That ha breath is a wonderful natural anti-anxiety, so do it as many times throughout the course of the practice or the day, just to help calm your nervous system. Now let's take a little snapshot and see who and how you brought yourself here today. So we're going to take a tour of the inner landscape of your body. So it feels good and safe for you. Go ahead and close your eyes and just imagine yourself exploring what's going on the inside. Yoga, we like to know what's going on from the inside, and we practice from that place of how we sense we feel. So just starting with the crown of the head and moving down the neck and shoulders, all the way down the arms to the fingertips. Take your awareness to your back body, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Hips, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and feet. Paying attention and noticing if there are any areas of tightness or tension that you're experiencing. Are you having any areas of discomfort or pain that you need to honor today? In yoga, we do not push through pain. We honor our body and move from a place that feels good to improve our well-being, not try to prove something to ourselves, just being present with what is, non-judgmentally. And then begin to notice your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, nice and easy. Not judging the breath, not trying to change it, just being present with what is. Noticing the way the air moves into the nostrils, goes down the throat and into the lungs. And with that natural, normal breath, if you place one hand on the belly, just get a little feedback what your normal breathing feels like. See if you can feel with each breath in, the belly press gently into the hand as the belly softens and rounds. And as you exhale, the hand sinking into the belly for a gentle contraction. Once you feel you have that rhythm and that pattern, begin to deepen the breath. Take that breath a little bit deeper into the lungs. Fill the lungs up with that rich air. The belly softens and rounds, and then as you exhale, feel the hands sink into the belly. Allow all the air to escape the lungs. Wait for the need to breathe to bubble up inside you so you can take another full, rich breath in. Belly softens and rounds, and as you exhale, a gentle contraction. This belly breathing is available to you at any time during your practice. Also, any time off of the mat when you start to feel the nervous system become challenged. A couple more lovely belly breaths in and out. And then come back to your normal natural breath. As we start to bring some movement into the body. So let's start with some torso circles. Imagine the spine is a long stick, a handle of a spoon. Your pelvis is a basin, and you're holding on to that spoon handle and stirring the contents of that basin. So the spine stays long and tall, just like a handle would. And then go the other direction. Kind of unwinding all the craziness of the last few hours, days, weeks, months, whatever. Until finally we come to some stillness in our yoga practice, some place of peace and calm. Take your fingertips out to the side. These are spider fingers. As we press those fingertips, use them to help lengthen your spine. So push the fingertips into the earth, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back, and lift up through your heart space. In yoga, the breastbone is the heart space, where the ribs attach to the sternum. We want to lift and open that space while not crunching the lower back. The eye gaze lifts up slightly. The chin is parallel to the earth. And this is our seated mountain pose. Beautiful, strong, stable mountain. Find your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And then connecting movement with the breath. As you turn the palms up, reach the arms up overhead. Engage the arms, keep them active. Now, if your arms and shoulders are a little bit challenged right now, come to goalpost. Bend the elbows and just take the arms as far as is comfortable, or come to your wide V for victory, or bring the upper arms in line with the ears. Stretch and lengthen, grow your spine as you root the sit bones down. Use that to help lengthen the spine and rise up. Full breath in here, and then when you're ready, take the left fingertips, come down to the earth, fingertips in spider, lengthen up through the right side and crescent over to the left side. Feel that sitting bone on that right side really pressing into the earth. Then turn the torso toward the earth. Head gaze looks down at your left hand. Feel that stretch across those right ribs. Bring the torso back to center. Lift and lengthen. Reach up with that right hand. Twist towards the left. And bring your right hand down to your left knee and sweep your left hand back behind you. The shoulders are square. The nose is in line with the breastbone. But then if it would feel good for you, take your chin over your left shoulder. Keep your chin parallel to the earth. Draw the belly in and up, strong, stable core. Lengthen the spine again. As you reach the arms up overhead, twist back to center. Take your right hand down on spider fingers and rooting down through the left side, crescent over to the right. Soften your left shoulder down. And then gently twist the torso toward the earth, finding that stretch across those back ribs. Breathing in and breathing out. And then turn back to center, lengthen back up, reach a little higher with that left hand, twist to the right, and lower your hand down to your right knee. Sweep the right hand back behind you, and take your chin over your right shoulder. Draw the belly in and up as you lengthen the spine, reach the arms up overhead, palms together, and lower the hands down to the heart. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. In yoga, the pause is as important as the pose. Paying attention to how we feel, taking time with ourselves, with our body, honoring our body, all good stuff. All right, let's stretch our legs out long. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. So extend your legs long, take them as wide as the mat. Let the feet be floppy and rock those legs side to side. Bring some awareness into the hips. And then take your hands back behind you, bend the knees and come up on the heels of the feet. And we're going to slowly rock the knees side to side, getting a nice stretch across each of the outer thighs. So take your time with this, no rush. And then next time you find your knees over on the right side, hold them there. Press the hands into the earth, lift up through the heart space into your sexy beach pose. This is how everybody sits at the beach, right? Take that left hand and we're going to reach it forward or up overhead, upper arm in line with the ear. Staying here or rotating the arm, making some nice arm circles if the shoulder's open to that. Some of you may want to, next time the arm reaches up, lift the hips. Open the arm out to the side, heart up toward the sky. Head is in line with the neck, so don't tip the head back. And then lower those hips back down, bring the hands back behind you and rock the knees side to side again. Keep connecting with your breath. Next time the knees are over to the left side, leave them there. Press the hands into the earth, lift the heart space, stay here or sweep that right arm up overhead, upper arm in line with the ear. Then you can stay here or if the shoulder is open, make some circles with your arm. Inhaling as the arm lifts up, exhale as it lowers, and then some of you may want to, next time that arm sweeps up, press the shins into the earth, lift the hip, open the arm, lift the heart to the sky. Head and neck are in alignment. One more breath, feel that stretch, the opening in the front of the body, and then lower back down. Nice. Okay, we're going to come to tabletop now. So that's all fours. You want to pad your knees with your blanket. And this is where you have the option of using the chair if you don't want to come straight to tabletop. Okay, so if you are okay with your wrists and shoulders, you're going to curl your toes under and walk your hands slightly ahead of your shoulders. Your hips are in line with your knees. Your shoulders are slightly behind your knees, your wrists. The other option is to bring yourself up onto a chair. You can use just the hands if you choose or the forearms, but you don't want to sink into it. You want to press the forearms into the chair and really lift up out of that shoulder girdle. So you can do your cat-cow here, chin to the chest, round the back body, tuck the tailbone. And as you inhale, sink the belly, lift the head, lift the heart. So continue with this if that is what suits you today. Or if you're using your hands on the mat, press the hands into the mat, draw the belly in and up, chin to the chest, round your back. And then as you inhale, sink the belly, lift the head, lift the heart. As you exhale, arch the back. And as you inhale, sink the belly, slight curve of the back. Just move through this at your own rhythm, your own pace, exhaling into cat, inhaling into the open heart cow. And this is something that you should do every day. We're as young as our spine is flexible, so this helps keep the spine moving. You want to think of this as an ocean wave, and you want to initiate that movement from the pelvis. Let's take one more cat, one more cow. Good. Nice. Now lower the feet down, big toes together, knees apart, and start to make some big circles with your pelvis. Same thing if you're holding onto the chair. Just rock the pelvis side to side, going both directions. Paying attention now to how the knees feel in this flexion and how next move we're going to go into is child's pose, and you have some options here. So you can either, with the tops of the feet down, sink the hips to the heels if that feels okay with your knees. Feet on spider fingers, hollowing out through your armpits, bringing the crown of the head forward, forehead near the floor but not on it. Or if you need to keep your hips lifted, just reach the arms forward. If you're using the chair, you can even rest your forehead on the chair and allow the arms to just kind of wrap around, folding over top. Find your breath. Find the posture that works best for you. And that's called child's pose. One more breath. And then press back up into tabletop as we come to our bird dog pose. All right, so I'm going to show you first with the chair. So you're either holding onto the chair with your hands or on your forearms. And you're going to extend your right leg back behind you and do a little calf stretch to first. So press out through the heel of the foot. And then draw the knee into the chest if you choose and tap the leg down, or lift the leg up slightly and bring the knee in toward the chest. Lots of options. If you're at your tabletop, extend that right foot behind you, press the heel back, and then to get a little more stretch, press the toes into the earth and lift the back of the thigh bone up toward the sky. Find your breath. Nice calf stretch there. And then come back to neutral. Draw the energy up the leg. So squeeze the calf and the hamstring and the glute. And then when that's all done, lift the leg no higher than the hip. Press the hands into the floor to engage the core. Stay here or spider finger walk your left fingertips out. Stay here or bring the upper arm in line with the ear. This is called spinal balance. You maybe want to place your hand on the chair if you're starting to come in between both. Now you can also choose to draw the belly in, chin to the chest and knee to elbow. And then as you inhale, lengthen back out, stretching fingertip to heel. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen one more. Exhale, rounding and curling. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. And then lower all that down and wag your tail. We'll go to the other side. So first thing we'll do is that calf stretch. Extend your left foot back behind you. Press the heels of the hands in. Push the mat away. And then lift that back thigh bone up while pressing the toes into the earth. Find your breath. Feel that stretch in the calf. And then come back to neutral. Draw the energy up that leg. So squeeze the calf, the hamstring, and the glute. And then float the leg up. It'll almost just float up on its own. Stay right here. Strong core. Press that other hand into the earth, really engaging the core. And then spider finger walk right hands forward. You can stay here or bring the upper arm in line with the ear, palm facing toward the midline, thumb is up. Now your option is to stay here or bend elbow to knee and extend. Exhale, coming into that little cat, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. Last one. And inhale. Nice. All right, wag the tail. Now speaking of puppies, we're going to come to puppy pose. So take your hands one paw print forward. Take your knees back just a little bit. This is an extended puppy pose. And send your hips back. It's a little different than child's pose, is that the hips are still lifted. We're going to move here into plank. So lift the feet up. Going to roll over the tops of the knees and come into a low plank. Press the hands into the earth. Shoulders are directly over wrists. Belly is drawn in and up. And you're really pushing the hands into the mat. Core is nice and strong. Stay here as long as you like, or rotate back from your extended puppy. Nice stretch here to your plank, holding it for a breath or two. If you're using the chair, come out into your extended puppy, and then on the elbows of the arms, your shoulders are directly over your elbows, the torso is long and straight, core is engaged, and then press back and forth using the chair. I have one more option for you, okay? Choose which of those two you like, but here comes a third. This is downward facing dog. From your tabletop, walk your hands a half paw print forward. Curl the toes under and lift the hips up toward the sky, bringing the head between the upper arms. Bend the knees a lot and shoot those sitting bones up high. Full breath in, full breath out. And then lift up on your toes, hinge forward into high plank. Now shoulders are directly over wrists. Torso is long and straight. Press back up into downward facing dog. Big breath here, and then hinge forward back into plank. So you get to choose which one you want to do. You probably have been doing enough of these already. So let's call it a day. You're going to come to standing in whatever way is safest for you. One way that's kind of fun and interesting to try is to curl the toes under, which is really good for your feet. Press the hands onto the thighs or the floor, lift the knees up, and then just lift the hips, pressing the hands into the thighs. Shake everything out. Now as you're all coming to standing and clearing your mat, I'm going to push the camera back just a little bit. All right? Just shake everything out, and we'll move into a pose called empty coat sleeves. I want you to imagine that you put a coat on, but you didn't stick your arms in the sleeves. So as you're rocking back and forth, the sleeves are very loose. Your arms feel heavy. It's nice release for the shoulders. And as you turn to the right, lift your left heel. As you turn to the left, lift your right heel. Let the arms really swing completely freely on their own. And then slow that down. Come to your beautiful mountain pose. Just like we were in seated mountain, we have standing mountain or Tadasana. The feet are a happy distance apart. Press the feet into the earth. Use that to help lengthen. So we root the feet to rise and lengthen. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Soften them back and down. Palms face forward. Belly draws in. Legs isometrically draw toward each other, meaning that you imagine you're squeezing your thighs together, but you're not actually moving your legs. You're just energizing the legs. Tailbone lengthens toward the heels. Sides of the throat slide back so the head is centered over the shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles. Take your hands to the side, stretch the fingers out wide, engage the muscles of the arms. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead, big breath in here. Mountain pose. Feel the core strong and stable. Turn the palms down as you lower the arms back down towards the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead again. Full breath in, exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead again. Keep the right arm lifted, lower the left hand down. Reach those fingertips towards your heels and trickle them down towards your heels as you crescent towards that left side. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead again. As you exhale, lower the right fingertips down and crescent over towards the right. Nice. Reach both hands up overhead, palms together, and lower the hand down to the heart. Find your chair, should you need it, for forward fold. You have lots of options here. Now I'm going to show you 3. One is if your lower back is having issues or you're just beginning to build core strength, you want to hinge forward just as far as the top of the chair. So that helps you to support that. Your lunge will look like the right leg under the chair. You step the left foot back to however far is comfortable for you. And if you know you have arthritis in your feet or you need some support with your feet, you can roll up a blanket and place your back heel on the blanket to help support that. Squeeze the front glute, lift the back thigh bone up, and you're holding on to the chair for support, making sure you don't arch the back. A second option is to turn the chair, hinge from your hip crease, keep your spine nice and long, hold on to the side of the chair and allow the crown of the head to reach toward the chair. This will allow you to go a little bit deeper. You can bend the knees and then come halfway up. Hands can come onto the thighs and then hinge forward a little bit more. For your lunge, you'll place your left foot under the chair with your shin up against the side of the chair, the seat of the chair, and then step your other foot back, nice width, hips width distance apart, and the hands can come onto the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. So that gives you a second option. Your third option is to use blocks or the floor. Again, you're going to soften the knees, hinge from the hip crease, hands are on the thighs, to the shins, to the floor. Allow the crown of the head to release to the floor. And then to get back up, you bend the knees a lot, press your hands into the thighs, lift up to standing. Or if your core is absolutely fine, hands on the hips with the elbows back and lift up to standing. Your lunge will be the hands framing the front foot, stepping the back foot back again on a nice wide base of support, and getting light on your fingertips. The knee is stacked directly over the ankle. We don't want the knee to go over the ankle. And then step the back foot forward. Press on up to standing. So within all levels class, you want to make sure that you have all those options available. Every day, you may change your mind and fluctuate between one of those as you do these practices. So I will weave all three of those in and out as we do a sun salutation. Okay? So you choose what works best for you. First, come to your mountain pose, strong and stable. Inhale the arms up overhead. As you exhale, hinge forward to your level of comfort. Back of the chair, seat of the chair, or floor. Wherever you are, come halfway up. So press halfway up, lift the heart. As you exhale, hinge forward to a deeper fold. Inhale halfway up again. If you're at the back of the chair, come all the way up. And then step your right foot back into lunge on a nice wide base of support. The heel is supported if you need it. Squeeze the back glute, lift the thigh bone up, and don't arch the lower back. Hold for the inhale, hold for the exhale. Bring the back foot forward, and then send the other foot back. Hold for the inhale, and hold for the exhale. Inhale, step the back foot forward, reach the arms up overhead, palms together, and lower the hand down to the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, hands on the thighs, press the heart forward. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, halfway up again. And step the right foot back into lunge. If you're using the seat of the chair, your shin is up against the seat. Squeeze the back glute, lift the thigh bone up. Long line from the crown of the head to the heel of the foot. Full breath in, exhale. Next inhale, step the back foot forward and send the left foot back behind you. Feel that nice strength. Long line from crown of the head to heel. Inhale and exhale. And step that back foot forward. Hands on the thighs or hips, elbows pressed back, root down and come to standing. Inhale the arms overhead, palms together, and lower down to the heart. One more sun salutation. Wherever you are, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, step the right foot back into lunge. Knee stacks over ankle. Light on those fingertips. Hold for the inhale. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, step the back foot forward. Exhale, send the other foot back. Hold for the inhale. Lift that back thigh bone up. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, step the back foot forward. Hands on the thighs or hips. Elbows press back. Root down through your feet. Come to standing. Inhale, the arms overhead. Gaze between the hands this time. Palms together. Hands come down to the heart. Take a moment to notice how you feel after that nice sun salutation. Lower the hands down. Roll the shoulders back. Nice. Okay. I'm going to bring the chair back onto the mat. And we're going to start with some warrior poses. So take a nice wide stance, whatever that means for you. Hands to the hips. Shoulders roll back. Feel the feet connected to the earth. Turn your right toes 90 degrees to face the front edge of your mat and kick your left heel back just a bit. Collarbones face forward. Full breath in, and as you exhale, a bend to the front knee, knee stacking over ankle. Hold on to the chair or sweep the arms out to the side. Roll the shoulders back as you engage the back body and the shoulder blades. And gaze over your right fingertips. Hold for the inhale, hold for the exhale. Let's lower your left hand down, turn your right palm up, reach the arm up overhead. Gaze at the hand, open up through those right ribs. One more breath. Come back to warrior two, straighten the front knee. Right hand comes onto the chair, left hand to the hip, roll the shoulder back. Send your left hip out to the left side. Right hip crease starts to take a bend as you hinge forward. Keep the torso facing forward. Hinge forward, holding on to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, or bringing the hand to the inside edge of the knee, using that to open up the heart. Left hand stays just where it is or slides up the side body. Left arm reaching up toward the sky. Triangle pose. Find your breath. Bring your hand back to your hip. Take a bend to the knee. Press back up to standing. Turn your toes facing forward. Holding onto the chair or hands to the hips, slide the hands down the thighs or hold onto the chair. Nice half wide forward fold, stopping at the halfway point. Wobble the pelvis from side to side. Slight bend to the knee. Each stretch of the hip going to the left stretches out that right inner thigh and vice versa. If it works for you, with a straight spine to hinge forward even more, you can slide your hands down your shins or your ankles or bring the hands right to center. Allow the crown of the head to release toward the earth. Find your beautiful breath. And then as you're ready, soften the knees. You're holding onto the chair or pressing the hands into the thighs to lift back up to standing. And then heel toe your feet back to center. Shake your legs out. All right. Take your weight over toward the right side of the chair and shift your weight to the right for tree pose. Really root down through that right foot. Draw the core in. Engage the back body as well. And get your eye gaze focused on something that's not moving. Take a bend to the left knee, come on the ball of the foot and turn those toes out to the side. Grow your branches by one branch or both branches, depending on your balance today. And then should you choose to lift your foot and place it on your calf, the sole of the foot presses into the side of the calf, anywhere but on the knee. Some people may want to bring it up to their inner thigh and maybe release the hands, maybe not. Maybe the hands come to the heart space. Your tree, you get to decide what your tree looks like. The wobbling is okay, just let go of the stories. Take one more breath here. All that wobbling is teaching our body where we are in space. Go ahead and lower that foot down and shake it out. All right, we're going to move the chair to the other side, or you can just turn yourself around. And take a nice wide stance. Hands on the chair or the hips. Left toes turn 90 degrees pointing to the short end of the mat. Right heel kicks back, collarbones face forward. Take a bend to that front knee, reach the arms out to the side. You should have a nice straight line from your nose down to your belly button. You shouldn't be reaching into the future or be in the past, but be right here in present moment, right in the center. Gaze over at your left fingertips. Find your breath. Lower that right hand down, turn the left palm up, reach it overhead, open up through your ribs. And come back to warrior two. Hands come out to the side. Now bring your hands to your hips, straighten the front knee, shift your right hip out to the right side. You can hold on with your left hand to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, or bring your left back of the hand to the inside edge of your left knee. Right elbow presses back behind you as the heart space lifts up, and that right hand can stay right where it is or slide up the side body, reaching up overhead, making a nice T with your arms. Reach and lengthen. Don't collapse into your triangle. Don't collapse into it. Keep it lifted. The torso is part of the triangle. Find your beautiful breath. Maybe even a smile on your face. Good. Lower your right hand down. Press back up. Turn your toes in. Squiggle your feet in toward each other. And shift your weight over to that left side. Holding onto the chair, should you choose to, or hands on the hips. Come on the ball of that right toe. Turn the foot out to the side. Decide where you want to place your foot, where you're going to grow your branches. Get your drishti set. Look at something in front of you that's not moving. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting go of stories, letting go of judgment. One more breath. And release. Shake it all out. All right. We're going to come down onto the floor now. So please take the chair off of your mat. If you have a little bit of forward head and you need something for your back or your neck, go ahead and place your blanket where your head is. All right. We're going to lie down on our back. And just take a moment to see where your body takes a sigh. Maybe it's the lower back, middle back, upper back, hips. Just pause for a moment to notice how your body feels. And then bring one knee into the chest, followed by the other. Give yourself a squeeze, give yourself a hug, and gently rock side to side. Lower the feet back down for bridge pose. So lower the arms down. Maybe you can actually touch the heels with your fingertips. If you can, that's fine. If you can't, no big deal. We want to try to get the shins perpendicular to the floor. The feet are hip distance apart. We have a couple different ways of doing this. Number one is to bend your elbows. Press the backs of your arms into the floor and snuggle your shoulder blades behind your back. Press your feet into the earth and the backs of the arms into the earth. Make sure that your chin is not coming close to your chest. So if you can remove the blanket, please do for bridge pose. And then as you press the arms and the feet into the earth, lift the hips. And see how it feels to isometrically send your shins forward. You really feel the legs fire up. Nice, calm, easy breathing. Keep pressing the backs of the arms and the feet, especially the heels of the feet, into the earth. Try to keep your head facing forward so your nose is pointing up toward the sky. And then as you're ready, lower back down. That's one way to do it. Another way is to just connect with your breath. As you inhale, lift. As you exhale, lower. Another option would be as you inhale, lift, reach the arms forward or all the way overhead. Palms facing toward the sky. And then as you exhale, lower the arms back down, lower the hips. Inhale, connecting with your breath, pausing or moving dynamically, whatever feels better for you. The third way to do bridge is to lift the pelvis up, arms are down by your side. Interlace your hands under your backside and then really snuggle your shoulder blades under your back. That'll get your hips and torso to lift just a little bit higher. We're lifting up through our heart space. And just pausing here for a moment. Isometrically send your shins forward to get a little more energy in the legs. And then as you're ready, unlace your hands, release the shoulders. That was a gentle back bend, so let's counter that with knees into the chest, rocking side to side. Place your hands on top of your knees now. And then take the knees away from each other as if you're rowing a boat. So press the knees away from you. Take the knees away from each other. Draw them into your chest and draw the knees together. As if you're rowing a boat. And then go the other direction. Come to stillness as you give yourself a hug. We're going to keep the left leg into the chest, lower the right leg down. And then take your hands behind your left leg and lift the left leg up toward the sky as far as is comfortable for you. And start to make some circles with your ankle. As always, go both directions. And then really flex the foot. Press out through the heel of the foot as if you're trying to stand on the ceiling. If the leg's not straight, that's okay. And if you would be more comfortable using a belt or a bathrobe tie or something to hold your leg, if your hands don't reach, then please go grab yourself a strap. Now we're going to bend the left leg and take the left hand underneath the leg and take the left leg out to the left side. The right arm comes out to the right side. The hip points, the hips are pointing straight up toward the sky. Extend the left leg out to the left side, straightening it out as you're using your left elbow as a kickstand to support that leg. So bend the leg, heel toward the hip, and then as you inhale, straighten the leg, reach and lengthen. Exhale, bending, inhale, straighten. Just moving with your breath, trying to keep the right side of the pelvis connected to the earth as well. So you don't want to rotate over. So invite that leg to go out to the side as much as is comfortable in your body. Now you're recruiting what muscles you need to hold that leg out. So see if you can let go and release the hands and allow the strength of your leg to hold that leg out to the side. Take one more breath and then bring that knee back into center. Extend the leg back up to the sky. And if it feels okay in your back, straighten your right leg. Press out through the heel of both feet so as if you're standing on something. Just find your breath. Bend your left knee. Take your left arm out to the left side. And use your right hand to pull the left leg across the right leg. That left hip has come up now. Press the left hand into the mat to try to encourage the left shoulder to reach toward the earth, but if it doesn't, that's okay. The left leg probably will not touch the ground. Connect with your breath and feel that nice stretch on the left outer hip and the twist of the spine. If it works for your neck, look over at your left hand. Now come back to center. Give yourself a hug. And then invite a full body stretch. Reach the arms up overhead, extend the legs out long. Press out through the heels of your feet, reach your fingertips long. Full breath in, full breath out. Lower the arms down, bend the knees again, and bring the right knee into the chest. Extend the right leg up toward the sky as if you're standing on the ceiling. And then start to point and flex, point and flex. Make some circles with your ankle, both directions. Bend the knee and take your right hand underneath your right thigh. Take it out to the right side. Use your elbow as a kickstand. And then begin to straighten and bend that knee. Each and every time is a different experience. As you press out through the heel of that foot, just bring some length, stretch. And if it feels right for you to let go, see if you can allow the leg to hold itself up without any support. Bring that knee back into center. Extend the leg back up toward the sky, holding on to the back of the thigh. And then reach your left leg long. Again, flexing both feet. And back to your breath. And notice how this feels in your body. The leg does not have to be straight. It does not have to be high. Take your right arm out to the right side with the palm facing down. Bend your right leg and use your left hand to invite the right leg to go over to the left side. Right hip comes up, right shoulder reaches for the earth, eye gazes over the right fingertips. Feel the stretch in the outer hip of the right leg, the twist of the spine, the stretch of the shoulder toward the earth. And come back to center, bringing those knees back into the chest to realign the spine. And then a full body stretch. Reach the arms up overhead again. Extend the legs out long. Stretch the feet, circle the ankles, circle the wrists. Lower the arms down, bend the knees, and we'll do one more core strengthener here. So bring the knees in toward the chest. Hold on to just the left knee. As you inhale, extend the right leg up toward the sky. As you exhale, either tap the foot or extend the leg to the short end of your mat, and then bring that knee back into the chest. And take the hands over toward the right leg. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg taps or lowers down to the short end of the mat, hovers. As you inhale, bend the knee, bring it back into the chest, and switch the hands. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg taps or lowers. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, switch. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg taps or lowers. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, switch. Breathe in that right leg up. Exhale, right leg taps or lowers. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, switch. Last one. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg lowers. Inhale, left knee to chest. And then give yourself a hug, rock side to side. Lower the feet down. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to go into Shavasana. All right? If you have lower back pain, there are two really wonderful ways to do it. Number one is take your feet as wide as the mat. Turn your toes in and bring the knees together. The arms can come down by your side, palms up if you're feeling receptive, palms down if you're feeling the need to be more grounded, or if you choose, wrap yourself in a hug and let the arms just dangle over your body. And this is a really wonderful way to release all the tension. That's number one. Number two is to use your chair. And the secret with this is to try to get your knees stacked directly over your hips. So your feet are going to go through the opening in the chair. Bring the chair as close to you as possible. You can do this on an ottoman too, or on a sofa. Try to get the knees to be directly over the hips so that the weight of your legs can anchor the pelvis and really kind of iron out your sacroiliac joint. It feels really good in the pelvis. And again, the arms can go wherever they're most comfortable. So this you wouldn't want to do if you have uncontrolled blood pressure or glaucoma issues, because it is going to bring a little more blood flow to your head. And then the last one would be just your traditional Shavasana. I like to take the blanket and make a little nest for my head. So just kind of bunch up the blanket, make a little nest for the head, lower the head down into your nest, scrunch it up around your head, and then extend the legs down long if the lower back's okay. The feet are at a 45-degree angle. They're just free and floppy. And then the arms again turned up or down if you're grounded or receptive. Snuggle the shoulder blades under your back and just wiggle around, get one more final comfortable spot. And then we settle into Shavasana. And Shavasana is that final pose that allows you to integrate everything you've done in your practice into your body. So I'm going to offer you a nice relaxation meditation. So take a moment just to come back to your breath. A couple of cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through an open mouth. Just releasing any lingering tension that may have accumulated throughout your practice. That nice audible sigh, that anti-anxiety breath. And then with the eyes closed, begin to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, not controlling the breath, just allowing the breath to breathe itself. But maintaining an awareness of the exhalation so that you can use the exhalation to soften, release, and let go any discomfort, any tension that may have accumulated. So starting with the forehead, just smoothing out the forehead, smoothing out any furrowing between the eyes, creating more space between the eyes. Allowing the eyes to roll back in the head. Allowing the tongue to feel plump in the mouth. Creating space between the teeth so the jaw can relax. And taking a full breath in. And as you exhale, just softening all the muscles of your head and face. Taking your awareness next to your neck and across your shoulders. Noticing if there is any tension or tightness in your neck or shoulders. and allowing yourself to let go of some of the burden and the worry that you carry upon your shoulders. Gregory Boyle says, what we seek is a compassion that serves in what we seek is a compassion that stands in awe of the things we carry, rather than in judgment at how we carry them. So stand in awe of yourself, all the things you do, and see if it's possible to let go some of that burden, even metaphorically. Let go of some of the worry, most of which never happens. Softening, releasing, letting go. And allow that relaxation to move down the arms, the forearms, and the fingers as you unfurl the fingers. And then invite the worry to roll off the shoulders, down the arms, and fall off the tips of the fingers. Full breath in. Using the exhalation to release and let go the tension of the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Take your awareness to your upper back, your middle back, your lower back. Imagine the vertebrae as strings of pearls, and allow the muscles to let go of each and every vertebrae. Even so much as imagining you're in a warm bed of sand, and as you exhale, each vertebrae, like the pearls on a string, releases and let go into the sand. Loosening the tension of the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. Taking your awareness to the hips and the buttocks. Allowing the buttocks to melt into the mat, into the earth. The hips softening. Using your breath to release any tension in the hips or buttocks. Moving down to the thighs. And imagining the muscles letting go of the hold of the bones so that the bones can release down toward the earth. Softening. The hamstrings loosening their hold. The thighs relaxing. Full breath in, and as you exhale, the hips, the buttocks, and the thighs softening, releasing, and letting go. Using the breath now to massage around the knees, letting go of any discomfort in the knees. And if the knees cause you pain, think of something in your body that doesn't hurt. Maybe it's an earlobe or an elbow, a hand. Take your awareness to that part of your body so that you can break that loop of pain, mindfully massaging that area that does not hurt, focusing on that space. Letting go of that loop of pain that is in the area of discomfort for you. Focus on the area that does not hurt. Tracing a line from the knee down the calf and the shin, releasing the ankles, the feet. A full wave of relaxation from the crown of the head all the way to the tips of the toes. Nowhere else to go right now. Nowhere else to be. the breath to breathe itself. And feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you choose. But if you would like to come back into this space, do so first with your breath. Invite a full nourishing breath in through the nose and take a long, slow exhalation out. Begin moving very small movements, your fingers and your toes, rotating your wrists and your ankles, gently turning your head side to side, bending the knees, rocking the knees side to side, or drawing the knees into the chest, rocking side to side, until finally rolling over onto your favorite side. Pause there for a moment and just notice if there has been any shift whatsoever in your body from your yoga practice. Knowing that you have the power yourself to calm the nervous system, to bring length and space into your joints, to open your heart. Continue rolling over as you press your hands into the earth and use the strength of your hands to lift you up to a comfortable seat. If the hands are available, take the arms back out to the side, fingertips on spider fingers. Stretch and lengthen the spine, then turn the palms up, reach the arms up overhead. Gather all that is good in your life and bring that down to your heart space. And know that all the light and love in my heart honors the same light and love in each of yours. Bring your thumbs to your forehead for continued good thoughts, to close but not onto your lips for continued kind words, and over your heart for compassion for yourself and each other. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, allowing me to facilitate your practice. Know that you can come back to this video as often as you choose and use any of the modifications